Hey everyone, it is Barry, and welcome to the first speed build of a very toddler-friendly home. I'm so happy we finally got the toddlers back, and I don't know, I love it, and it's great, and it's so much fun. So I decided to do a video out of the normal schedule, building a toddler house, and tomorrow I'll show you my first toddler in my family that you can see over there on the sidewalk every now and then. But I do upload, or will upload the create some video tomorrow. And so this is the house that I built for this family. It is very much inspired by the house that I grew up in, because I really love that house. It's not 100% the house that we live in, but you know, the the actual thought of the house comes from my childhood home, and it was just super amazing. It had this huge garden and a lot of little balconies. I don't know why they did that, but they had super tiny balconies everywhere, and I remember you couldn't like go out in them. You could open the big doors, and there was a tiny, 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 tiny floor where you could step on as a kid, but you could not do anything out there. And I always remember, like, when I would hang out my wish list or anything, it was super scary because, you know, you couldn't actually step out. It was weird, but I loved the house anyways, and so I decided to kind of build it. So when you came in, there was this huge room where you could put all of your jackets and shoes, and you know, it was just a little bit of storage room already. So I tried to build it. It was super white, and there was not a lot of things in there. We just had all of our, you know, jackets in there and skiing stuff whatsoever. And then at the side there was this really small like toilet where you could only go on to have a little bit of wee, but no shower or anything, like the guest bathroom. And I tried to decorate it a little bit and put, you know, something in that back corner, but then I realized we have toddlers now, and toddlers need toddler toilets. So I put one in there. And here we have this really small kitchen area, and I have to say, we did have a small kitchen, but we did have a little bit of a storage room in the back. I didn't bother to do it now because it wouldn't have any function in the sim game. It would just be there for decorating. So I just did the kitchen, and it was a super small and tiny kitchen, but I mean, it's enough. You know, what do you need to do in that kitchen? You need to cook, and there's enough place to cook something there, and yeah, so we never complained about it. Therefore, we had this really huge room that was a dining room and a living room at once, and then this huge window, you know, wall that would go out to the balcony. And so it was never that bad to have that small kitchen because we had a huge dining area, and we had this massively broad table because my family is huge. Like, my mom has 6 siblings, and I've got like over 20 cousins. So whenever we did like a family meeting, the house would be full. So everyone in our family has this huge dining area, and for sure the Sims didn't have such a big table, so I just made it out of 2. And we had quite a big TV for back then, you know, like I don't even remember when we moved in there. I think it was like 6. So 17 years ago, for this time, you know, we had a big TV. Now everyone would probably laugh about it and would be like, that's not big. But back then, it was amazing. And I remember when we moved into this house, we got our first DVD recorder, and it was just amazing. It was like paradise opened up to us. Yeah. Ever since then, the addiction started. Well, anyways, this was also the house where I started to play Sims with my mom. Like back then, when we moved in there, someone gave us our first Sims 1 game. So yeah. I wanted to do a little bit of a computer area, but then I remembered we had this fireplace. It was actually a round one, and I remember our bunny always would, hide behind it when she didn't want to go back into her cave. So I decided to do a fireplace instead and put the desk and the computer somewhere else. Outside we had a huge barbecue because my dad loves to barbecue. And again, a lot of seats for a lot of people. And we had this huge cherry tree in the middle, actually, of our garden. The garden was way, way bigger, but I couldn't I couldn't build further back. And we had this huge cherry tree and a little well in the garden where I always used to play. I really loved it. I would play fairy and whatsoever, and I would love to climb in the tree, and my dad hated it when I did that. And would always get me off again because he said it's damaging the tree, and I didn't understand back then. But anyways, it's good memories, That's why I decided to build a house on the memory of the house, because I just loved it there. I loved growing up there. The best part of it was that the neighbors had a swimming pool, and when I was a little older, like 8 or something, they had a toddler themselves, and whenever I would babysit, I could use the pool after as a kind of payment. So I didn't get money for it, but I could use the pool, and that was way better. The bathroom upstairs, it was in that weirdly blue color. That's all I remember, and it had this huge bath tube. So that's what I wanted to achieve in here. And we had this separated shower in a corner. It was a little different, but I can't really remember. It's been so long ago. We moved in there when I was 6, and I think we moved out when I was 11, 10 or 11. So it's been a few years. The sleeping room looks quite different to what it actually looked like, because we did have a separate office. I didn't want to build one in this house. I wanted to keep it small. Like I said in one of my older builds, I love smaller builds. I just don't like those huge builds where you lose your Sims. So I made the office and the sleeping room in one room, and you don't really need a whole office place. We also didn't have a walk-in closet, but it was the most fitting one from the wood colors and everything, and I could create this little corner for the desk with it, so I like it. What else is to say about it? Oh yeah, the colors were quite plain white, as you can see in every room. I don't know how it is in other countries or stuff. I really feel like this differs, but in Germany everything is white. There are very few people I know who have colored walls, and if they do have, then it's just one. So yeah, also in this house everything was white basically. In the kids room, I'm only one kid, so I had to cheat on this one a little bit anyways. We really wanted to try out the new wallpapers and stuff, and I love those like quarters, and I love the new toys, and I love the house for 2 kids to play in. And in general, I can't wait to really go into the gameplay with The Sims. And yeah, I think I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do. So for now, this is the house. Tomorrow you'll see the family, and I hope you like it, and I hope you will have fun with your toddlers. So have a great week as always, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.